Well, here we are back in the barn. Today we're still working on the F150 so we can get this frame down. Trying to decide if I'm going to use this frame and put the Bronco body on it, Bronco II, which is small, or if I'm just going to take the axles, the 302, transfer case, transmission, and put on the Bronco frame. Either way, I'm going to have to do a little manipulating on either one. But thanks for watching, and I appreciate if you'd like and subscribe. I don't know when I'll get my videos out, but I'll get them out as soon as I can. I'm the only one recording, I'm the only one editing. But let's get to work. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the driver's seat out, so I'll be able to get up under the dash easier and take this door off, be able to unplug it. There's 4 bolts holding the seat. There's 2 back. And 2 in the front there and there. So let's go ahead and get those pulled out. I'm not going to use any of this interior, that's why I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Try and stay out of the way of the camera. Broke that one off. Broke that one off. One. 2. Alright. 1 seat gone. Time to take out the center console. This particular one's got 3 screws in it, or bolts, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure they screw in, so I'd call them screws. 10 millimeters. Console out. Might as well move over to the passenger seat while I'm at it. Not a lot of room on this side of my shop. Well, here we are back in the barn. Gonna go ahead and pull the seat belts out, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the doors out. I never got to them yesterday. Probably pull the hood off today. I'm going to go ahead and blow out the heads of these Torx bolts so I can figure out what size they are, and see if I can get these off. Looks like a 47. Got a 8 millimeter security bit here that will work too if this 47 doesn't work or breaks on me. We'll see what happens. Well, I guess we'll see what breaks first, my Torx or my half to 3/8 releaser. My Torx. Oh, that's stuck in there. We'll try what's left of the bit on the other side. Oop. jumped out and twisted. Let's try it one more time. Well, something stripped. Bolt head. Well, let's see what happens with this 8mm. It don't fit there too good. I don't think I'm going to ruin that. I guess I'll try and get this jump seat out of the back. See how that works out for me. Well, so far so good. We'll see what I can break going this direction. I got a 1/2 inch to a 3/8 back to a 1/2 inch, so I'd have a long enough extension. Well, I almost got it on there. Nothing a little hammer action we can't fix. There we go. So I got me a 1/2 inch drive socket down there, and then bring up a 3/8 extension times 2, about 10 or 12 inches long, and to the top. And then on my impact I got a 1/2 inch to 3/8 reducer. We'll see what happens. Well, how about that? Huh. Appears my socket's too big now that the rust is knocked off. Or to pierce the nuts off. There we go. Two more on the other side. Now I'll have that bench seat out, or jump seat. Okay, next things first. Got the all these brackets in the way over here in order to get this door off if you just want to pop the plugs on it, pull it off, or I could take it loose and hopefully, well, then I'd have to unplug everything from the door, then reach inside that little boot hole and try to get those out. But the other side's real easy. It's just got a kick plate on it. You pull it off, you unplug the electric mirrors and windows and stuff, and you're done with it. This side over here is a little bit more what we say, complicated, but we'll take it apart and get it out of here. Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, I got that first body panel off. There's a screw up at the top. You take loose this screw down here in the threshold, I guess you'd call it. I don't think you actually have to. Yeah, I guess you do. That's probably why I broke it, because I didn't. And I used my handy dandy body plug puller. Pulled that out, and I went to do that over here and went right through the bottom of the truck, so it's pretty rotten. I'm going to go ahead and pull off this hood latch, and there's one wire behind there, which I don't think is the wires I have to take off. I believe they're behind the emergency brake and the hood release, so I'm probably going to try that next. I know I'm going to need to unplug these wires going into the gauge board and stuff before I pull the motor out. Well, let's see what size we got here. big. It's not a 15. Oh, it is a 15. How about that? Guess that's a good thing when you're not using the truck. You can just start taking stuff apart until you figure out what you want. That was easy peasy. Brake release. That's probably the plug-in for the brake right there. Yep, that's unplugged. Now it's going to tell me my brake's engaged. And well, that's quite a big piece of metal in there. We got to take this out first because there's bolts behind the parking brake. Those are smaller than a 15. Let's try out 13. 13 looks like a winner. Looks like we ain't getting to that one without a swivel. And I love those. That'll do her. One of these days, maybe I'll be able to afford one of those nice electric impacts or battery operated ones. So they're not so noisy. Alright, there's the parking brake. And here are the door wires. Yep, right there. But I think I'm still going to pull this panel off because I can't seem to quite get to it. Maybe if I get my head around there and you guys can look at the top of my head for a minute. And I put my glasses on. Oh yeah. If I can turn this bad boy around, I can unplug it. Because I cannot see what I'm doing here. Can't see the clip. I'm sure it's easy to get to. My glass is fogging up. There's one side. And looks like there's a clip on each side. That one. Give me a little pick. So while you're looking at the top of my head, here's the plug I'm trying to unplug. You can see it's got a tab on this side. Looks like I got that one down. And there's one on the other side. And I got to get them both at the same time. So I'll set this camera down and see if I can work it off of there. Okay. I got it off there. I turned off the other camera so you didn't have to look at the back of my head while I did it. But, I believe that's the only one that's got to be unplugged. Although I don't think so, because there's numerous wires going through here. We'll see. Don't know what that one goes to. Well, that's quite a bracket. That is quite a bracket. I think it's got to come out anyway. Yeah. Looks like this big bracket's going to have to come out anyhow. So I guess we're going to start taking bolts out. Extension's a little long. Oh, that's a big bracket. Big piece of aluminum. I don't know how that comes out of there with them bolts on the other side of that. Bolt right here. Looks like I'm gonna have to maybe take this dash, bottom part of this dash off of here. Well, why not? Tearing everything else apart. Probably the torch bit this is the size I don't have because I broke it. Nope, there it is. I'm going to pull this screw and this screw and take the bottom of this dash off so I can get to this big bolt behind it. Alright, I'm going to pull off this headlight switch right here. Unscrew this. That way this bracket will slide right off of it. I can get in there and unplug the wires. And take out these two torques right here. Guess I'll take out the two torques right now since I have the bit on here. Yeah. There you go. I won't have to take that the rest of the way off. I'll just unplug it. Try to with one hand. A clip here. Clip there. There. Let's see if I can get it unplugged. Ah, what a bear. Got it. Cool. Well, I found the other wire that goes in the door, but I don't see a plug-in on it nowhere. I have to pull this gauge cluster out so I can see what's behind it. So there's a few Torx bits in there. We'll go ahead and pull those out. I'm about done for the day. Been a lot. Oh, of course those are Allen heads. Or are they? I don't know. They're hex heads for sure. Probably 7mm or 5.5. I'll drop that socket in the dash. Hope that wasn't the right one. No, 5.5s. One more. That should be it. Oh, one more. Right there. Why didn't you guys tell me it was there? I couldn't see it on that side. There we go.
Plus those two up there didn't help trying to get this in there. Looks like I might have to wrench those out. One of them. Alright. Somebody calibrated that one. Get this off of here somehow, some way. Yeah, same spot.
I'm believing that I gotta unhook one of the wires inside the door itself, but as you can see, I have a cherry picker hooked to the door with a strap from a weight machine so that it doesn't damage the door, and I got a couple of jack stands underneath there just in case it wants to fall. Since I'm working by myself, I figured this is the safest, is the best way to do it, because this door is in great shape and I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to go ahead and unbolt the hinges here. That'll be the easiest way to swing the door out, and then I'm going to be able to find out if that is exactly where I need to unplug this door. So, here we go. See if we can get a little light on the subject. I need to pick up on the door a little bit more. Perfect. Alright, I got the door off the hinges. Got it swung out. Still, there's a wire connected, and it goes up under the dash, and then it goes across behind where the gauges were. So I'm not sure where to unplug it, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to pop the interior of the door off in order to unplug it, which really bums me out. So I got my buddy coming over. I got all these loose. Them wires, I have no idea where they go. They go up under the dash, over to the other side, I don't know. But I told him I need his advice. Do I just cut the wires that are remaining right there that don't have a plug on them? Or do I try and find the plug? It's a good question. So when he gets here, we'll do that. Until then, I will do something else. Alright, next on the agenda is get all those plugs over there unplugged. I know most of them go to that door there, so I'm going to go ahead and start unplugging them.
I'll let you know when I'm done. Well, I thought maybe I could stay out of the way while I do this, so maybe I'll record it. Picked this handy dandy tool up at an auction with a bunch of other stuff, and I've really used it a lot. Oh, goodness. Okay, one left here. And I believe this one goes to the, yeah, that goes to the door chime. So we got that done. Now I'll be able to take that door off. Piece of cake. Well, I got the door off. My friend Kevin came over and told me that I needed all the wires because I'm going to put this motor in something else or put a different body on this frame, however it works out. So to keep all the wires together, don't cut nothing off, pull the dash out, disconnect all the wires. So that's what we did. He said don't take the other door off, just unplug it and we'll go from there, or I'll go from there. He had to go home because he was gimping it. He hurt himself working on his RV, I guess. Got bad knees. That's what happens when we get old. So now I'm going to try and get the steering column out. Try and decide if I want to take the front clip off or not. It was suggested to me that I just leave it all together and pull it off and put everything back inside it, put the door back on, put the windows up, and if anybody wants to buy the parts to do that, so I may do that, or I may pull the fenders off separate so I can get into the steering column, get it disconnected from the gearbox. And I think my wife wants the grill for something, so probably to hang down in the basement in the man cave down there, so I may do that. Anyway, let's continue this journey.